Mahe Ramadh'an Reflections, dedicated and gifted to the Imam of our time, may Allah hasten his reappearance. A selected translation of Ayatollah Misbah Yazdi's commentary on Dua al-Iftitah. Mahe Ramadh'an, a precious opportunity. Life is passing by quickly, and a human being is not mindful of what capital he is losing. When he is sometimes successful in looking back at his life, he sees the time has passed him by. He has spent his strength and made efforts, but he has attained nothing. Throughout the year, we seek to gain an opportunity to think about our life and its origin and destination, so that we can choose a path that would lead to an eternal life. However, we don't often find such opportunities. Perhaps one of the best times that can be used for this purpose is the blessed month of Ramadan. We continually keep promising ourselves that when the month of Ramadan arrives, we would worship better in that month. We would turn our eyes away from the world and devotion to this world to an extent, and we would turn towards God. We would think about who we are, where we have come from, and where we are heading, and what we must do in this world. The wait finally comes to an end, and the month of Ramadan arrives. However, Shaitan makes efforts to ensure that, as in the past, a person is unable to benefit from these virtuous times and precious moments, and he is unable to attain divine success. Shaitan strives through various hidden and manifest avenues everywhere to make a person contaminated with worldly motivations, so that his prayers, supplications, and worship are accompanied with dullness, and the spirit to worship and speak to God in solitude is taken away from him. In this struggle and conflict between divine factors and shaitanic factors, a person must ask God to bless him with success and cherish the opportunities that arise, and he must not delay worship and prayers to other times. He must strive to take as many positive steps as possible in his path to perfection and become close to God. One of the acts of devotion that is highly recommended in the month of Ramadan, and this month is its spring, is prayer and supplication. The month of Ramadan and supplications are inseparably linked to each other. How do we seize the opportunity of the month of Ramadan? In order to better benefit from these moments of this blessed month, we must first take help from prayer itself. In other words, we must ask God to bless us with success in supplicating to Him, although we must also strive to the best of our ability to achieve the spirit to worship and be successful in doing so. In this month, we must strive to reduce some of our daily activities, and we must devote a part of our time to prayers and worship. We must be careful of our sleeping and eating. They must not be in a manner that would lead to dullness and lethargy. We must arrange our diet in a way that we can fast, but at the same time be successful in performing the duties of the month of Ramadan and worship. Consuming the required amount of food is not the same as overeating. Our sleep must also be arranged in a manner that we are joyful at the time of worship, not that we do all the usual daily activities and then expect to also have the spirit to worship in the pre-dawn hours as well.